This is Paranormal Short Session 42 by Keith Evans at the Magnolia Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of November, 2025. I was looking at these trees hanging down, touching a bush behind a palm tree. Palm tree here, and that tree looks like it's a little bush, but the tree is hanging down on top of that with the Spanish moss. Now, if you move over here, it almost looks like somebody's standing there. I'll do it while you're watching so you can see what I'm saying. Now, earlier, it looked like somebody standing there. When you line the two up, we'll go a little to my right. The tree's still behind there. And we'll go back to the left. You have to be very careful. Sometimes things might look like somebody, but it's just like a matrix scene. You make sense out of whatever you see, even though it's not really somebody standing there. So, all right. I'm just doing a walkabout today. So, in this area here, it just had no tombstones. It's a pretty good area, but I feel it's probably purchased and there's nobody buried here yet. And on the millimeter, I got some really not large spikes, but I got some readings on the electromagnetic field from like 0.1 to 0.4 when I asked the question, was this just an area where no one has been buried yet, but will be buried someday when they pass away? I think the spikes are answering yes. So I'll give you a look at this area. Sunny over there, so it's going to be high yellow, or really light yellow. And you can see over here, a lot of sunlight through there. I don't see anything abnormal. I'll go up to my feet, which are yellow. Yeah, if you have a thermal imager, you want your feet to be yellow. If they're not, then you probably have very poor circulation. All right, I'm going to turn the C5 thermal camera off. Did not pick up any abnormalities today with the C5 flare camera. And I'm going to go ahead and try to go for my millimeter. I can see it up close, huh? Yeah, I'm turning it on right now. .0 degrees Fahrenheit is about the temperature. It's a cool day. It was right cold last night. Got into the probably upper 30s. I think around 39 degrees for about an hour. Right the hour the sun came up, and then it started to get warmer again. The temperature is normal. 66.9 is about correct. 67.5. And 0.0 milligauss. So I'll walk around and see if that changes. Well, let me ask any ghost or spirit that's here. Is this an area that has no one buried in it yet because it's been purchased for future burials? Could you give me a millimeter, any amount of milligauss on my millimeter if I'm correct? Because I was on the assumption it might just be people buried here without headstones, but... Well, I got 0.1. You see where I'm at. I'm kind of on the edge of this little area. Now, let's probably put 1, 2, 3, at least 4 or 5 plots in here, with maybe four people in a plot. So Nothing too exciting going on other than another 0.1. I got the tree over here, which you got a little bush with the Spanish moss hanging down almost to the ground, and this little palm tree here. When I first took it, it looked like somebody standing there, and I think it was just the way the palm tree looked with the other tree behind it, which made it look like somebody standing there with their feet pointing this way. It was more of an optical illusion than anything else. Am I right, ghosts and spirits? Give me a millimeter, milligauss reading here. No response. Well, you can look at the footage. It's on, I think it was the extras. One of the extras, you can see it. All right, I'm not getting anything too exciting. And I've done a full circle of this area back where I started. I won't walk all the way over there because it'll be so bright you won't be able to see it at home. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn off this millimeter. Again, my name is Keith Evans, and I'm a paranormal researcher. None of this equipment will hurt you, and hope you will communicate with me and let me know what's going on in your afterlife. Again, my name is Keith Evans. What is your name? Diablos 5, you'll be able to choose use your magnetic energy to choose words from the Obelisk 5's database. I'm going to choose the ABC at the top left. My name is Keith Evans. What is your name, please?
Ron. Total.
Hi, Ron. Hey, Ron. Is this area here that I'm pointing to from that boundary there where the moss comes down to the ground in that little bush over to where those tombstones are there? Is this just area that has not been used yet for burial? He said totally after Ron. And then somebody said Mama. Hi, my name is Keith. Is that your name, Mama? Hi, Mama. Nice to meet you, Mama. So Ron said totally. So my premise has been that this is land that's been bought to bury people in the future, or land that hasn't been purchased yet, but it's not. I don't think there's anyone buried here, and I think Ron said I'm totally correct. Ron, are you buried here or just visiting? And same question for Mama, because I think she's just giving me her name. People called her Mama. Am I correct about that, Mama? So, anyway, it's nice to get an intelligent response from the Obelisk 5. I think totally, I don't know, back in the 70s, if you were saying, I really like this hot weather, and someone would say, if they agreed with you, they'd say totally, totally. Or at least one totally. To say, yeah, I'm with that, or I agree with your statement. So that's a term from the 70s. You don't hear that terminology today. Well, as a ghost or a spirit, do you enjoy talking with me when I come here, Mama and or Ron? The ghosts and spirits that are earthbound have to play by any rules that we're not aware of, like how much they can say or talk to a living person. Well, Well, I think that to use the Obelisk 5, it takes a lot of energy from a ghost, and even if they want to communicate more, they just run out of energy, and that's my guess, my theory. Ron, did you like Apalachicola? Same question to Mama. Did you like Apalachicola, Mama? Well, I hope they'll save up their energy and communicate more with me.
Pace. Smell. Strong.
Pace, P-A-C-E, smell, strong. Smell is S-M-E-L-L, strong, S-T-R-O-N. Pace, were you saying taste? Like tasting something with your tongue and mouth? Smell strong would be your nose, sensing with your nose. So pace doesn't really make sense because you're not moving or running. So that might have been taste. Well, it should kind of rhymes with pace, taste. T-A-S-T-E, I think it's taste. I'm a horrible speller. Pace, smell strong. I don't smell anything. Don't smell anything good, and definitely don't smell anything strong. So I'm not sure what they mean by that. Can you elaborate? Since I'm kind of lost with that. I don't think I asked any question about that. I've been talking about whether this area here was empty because people were buried here without tombstones, or empty because it's purchased for future people to be buried. So anyway, see where pace and smell and strong would apply to that. My name is Keith Evans. What is your name? Rod and Mama, are you still here? Do you have energy? Well, I'd like to thank all the veterans that serve the U.S. military that are here in the graveyard. Thank you for your service. And I know I'm a day late. Veterans Day was yesterday. And I'm going to say thank you to everyone who participated. Thank you to Ron. Thank you for Mama for giving me your names. And I'm going to go ahead and end Paranormal Short Session 42 by Keith Evans doing a walkabout at the Magnolia Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida. And today is Wednesday, the 12th of November, 2025. And I'm just looking at an area that doesn't have any graves or tombstones. Wondering if it is a place where people just couldn't afford a tombstone, didn't want a tombstone, or maybe a place that's purchased and nobody's buried here yet because they haven't passed away yet. So, I thank all the ghosts and spirits who participated, especially Ron and Mama. And I'm going to end today's Paranormal Short Session 42, a walkabout, and by Keith Evans and the Magnolia Cemetery. Again, today is Wednesday, 12th of November, 2025. Thank you, everyone, and remember, my YouTube channel is free. Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans is the name of my YouTube channel. And you can also check out my 3 books. The Hayes House Ghost or People 2 is only available ebook Kindle. The Vampires Dead or Alive and Planet of Vampires is available ebook on Kindle and paperback on Amazon. And Planet of the Vampires is also available hardback online, and it's got some really brilliant pictures of the sky where the vampires live and where they came from, as far as my theory. And hope you will check out the hardback cover just to check out the pictures. It's the sky of Proxima Centauri b. That's the planet that the vampires are from. Thank you and have a good day.